Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have got the Path to Power Kid Goku EZA. Dokkan going way far into 2022 to give this guy his EZA. I think that he's going to be pretty good, right? Remember, there is a lot of content in the game right now, and a lot of differing content too. So it's like, I mean, it's not going to be the biggest deal if a character, especially an EZA, if they're good in some content but not others. Like, Kid Goku is not a character who's going to be good for the Battle Festival. But, like, I mean, that's okay. I think Kid Goku is going to be very effective in a lot of the other content that does exist. So let's just switch over real quick. So Kid Goku's weak to Terrifying Conquerors, and he's a physical character. Terrifying Conquerors has an easy to have STR base, right? So it's not going to be tough for most players to do this. I think even for EZAs like this, do people just use like their Beast Gohan lineups? Maybe. But like TUR EZAs, it's much more annoying to do that. So basically we just have to use villains, but is there even Superclass Terrifying Conqueror characters? It's like one of those old, yeah, it was off on the tip of my tongue. Only the old ass Vegetas. This is Superclass Terrifying Conqueror. The old ass like Vegetas from like second one of the game, right? Those units that don't really make a ton of sense, right? There's the movie hero Vegeta that has big bad bosses, right? Stupid shit like that, right? Okay, so yeah. Anyway, if we head back over, it is just we just have to use villains, and then the Terrifying Conqueror characters are pretty solid. I was just using a full-on STR lineup right here. But certainly, like, I think, like, First Form Frieza would be very good here. I think I will put HGL Full Power Frieza on here instead. I think he's just going to be way stronger anyway. And you know what? Nah, let's just go like this. Let's just go like this. Yeah, I was using the STR Full Power Frieza a little bit, and it's like, he's just so weak. Now, remember, AGL Full Power Frieza, remember how he gets the guaranteed crits and shit like that against here? Let's un-auto and then quickly hit through that, and then we can auto again. Okay, so we know how Full Power Frieza does guaranteed crits against Goku, right? Remember, that doesn't apply to Kid Goku, actually. But it is still a super class enemy that we're fighting. So Full Power Frieza gets what? The extra attack and the 50% chance to crit, I believe is what he's got. Yeah, so okay, so we could, you know, kind of like do that, and we'll just go through. Again, this should be a very easy for most players to get done. I don't think people are really gonna have any difficulties kind of completing this one, right? I don't think so. I don't think so. So Path to Power Kid Goku, again, just talking about him. I think he is very good, but he's gonna be in kind of like a, you know, a slot 2, a lot of times a slot 3 role. But his support is gonna be very effective. He's one of those characters that you will put on the team, and then the team is just going to work a lot more effectively. They did add Dragon Ball Seekers to his support, right? Remember, in his base, he only had Dragon Ball Saga and Youth, and they did add Dragon Ball Seeker to that as well. So as of now, that applies to all of the Daima characters, right? So we'll see. Now, when Kid Goku first came out, I was able to do a lot of YOLO slot 1ing with him and shit like that. You know, because remember, back then I would do those videos where I would no item the entire, like, red zones at the time, right? Like, it would be, like, Kid Goku no items the entire Wicked Bloodline red zone, shit like that, right? But, like, we had Android 8 at the time, too, who really could hold down slot 1. Android 8 is a character, I think he probably, even now, could still have some moderate effectiveness, because it's like the bosses hit way harder, obviously, than when we're, you know, 3 years ago when we were using Kid Goku, Path to Power Kid Goku. But they're not like the normal red zones are not pushing, you know, 15 million and shit like that, right? In order to break like the 15 million like damages in like a normal fight, it's the festival where they're doing that. So it's like Android 8, like you could kind of get away a little bit. That would be a nice sub EZA. Sayande sometimes it can be, you know, there's a lot of characters, sometimes there isn't. I remember 2 years ago, remember when God Goku dropped? Remember the huge batch of EZA, like sub EZA? They dropped, what, 10 sub EZAs? I'm actually going to quickly look at this. How many sub EZAs were there for that celebration? It was a ridiculous number. So, okay. So they dropped God Goku, right? And then remember the transforming Vegeta was kind of like the transforming Vegeta, Super Saiyan into Super Saiyan 2. He was the banner unit. Then we got Int and Tech Whis, Int God Goku, STR Blue Goku, the STR Vegeta and Bulma, Int Beerus, AGL God Goku, and STR God Goku were all sub-EZAs at the exact same time. We got all of them at the, like, it's crazy, right? And then LR Beerus and Whis, they were the main EZA from that celebration. So it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, at like next week, maybe they could drop some sub-EZAs, maybe Android 8. I've seen some people toss out the idea, maybe we could see like STR Demon King Piccolo EZA, or the Tech Master Roshi or something like that. Dokkan really has, they don't go into their bag too much on sub-EZAs, really. It's like right, like remember a lot of people were very frustrated with the Worldwide Download Celebration for not doing that. I felt like it was very valid and fair too, because the characters that they could have sub-EZA'd, like the Tech Krillin from the Bio Broly movie and the Physical Gohan from the second Broly movie, would have been phenomenal supports for those teams. Those would have been probably, I mean, unless they made those sub-EZAs just the worst, it would have felt really good having those characters sub-EZA'd. But they don't really drop those too much. I mean, during the anniversary, we had no sub-EZAs, but I mean, I know there's, I mean, people have been arguing about the 10th anniversary a lot. The 10th anniversary was, I mean, to me, I think pretty obviously the best celebration ever. People, I think, not every character is going to be good, unfortunately. And it's, but, like, every single celebration, not every character is that good. Like, let's, I should make this its own video, but the 10th anniversary compared to the best celebrations in Dokkan history, right? So, like, 7th anniversary, 2022 Worldwide Download Celebration, the Cooler movie. People forget now, people have rewritten history, but everyone was so fucking mad during the Cooler Worldwide. Everyone forgets about that because of the carnival. The introduction of, people were livid, screaming mad because of the introduction of carnivals. And it's like, history, like, forgot that, dude. Like people talk now like, oh yeah, the 2022 Worldwide was the best ever. For me, yeah, I was loving it the whole time. But, bro, the community, they were pissed at the carnival banners, right? They were freaking mad. And then, I mean, don't get me started. I mean, if you want to say LR Metal Cooler was good, sure. But the Goku and Vegeta are they're one of the most underwhelming Dokkan Fest LRs ever. The Goku and Vegeta. Carnival Goku was great. LR STR Cooler was great. You know what's funny is that Namek Goku EZA during that celebration, I actually liked him quite a bit. Again, not referencing what I would do those, like, you know, Tech Carnival Goku's powerful comeback team, no items, you know, every stage. And, like, I was using that Namek Goku a lot in, like, a lot of those runs. He was good for me, but a lot of people didn't like him. It's like all these celebrations, they don't hit on every single character, right? The 10th anniversary dropped, what, 25 characters? Like, how many characters for real was it? 3 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 1. That's all the 10th anniversary characters, huh? Right? Like, it's a lot. You know, I mean, I don't know. They kind of pretend like that free-to-play Daima Goku doesn't count. He sucks. He's horrible. The tag Trunks and Goten, I'm not a fan of them either, all right? Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is a little bit iffy. I mean, he's solid. I think he's solid. Like Daima Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, I don't think he should be remembered by history as some, like, gross, fumbled character or something like that. He's just kind of just like a solid... Like solid above average character. I think in some of the really nastiest fights, he can get blasted, I guess, but that's what, like, every character does. I don't know. Daima Vegeta is a little bit weird to talk about. Because, like, you can also see wildly different performance from him just based off of enemy attack patterns. Right? Like, I don't know. Okay, so think of one of the more devastating bosses you could think of. Supering in slot 2, right? Or maybe they double super. They super in slot 1 and then super in slot 2. And then Daima Vegeta with that defensive support, you know, drops 3 or 4 supers in slot 1. And he can make some of these good characters literally immortal in slot 2. But it's very specific. based on enemy attack patterns and stuff, right? So that's, you know, kind of a thing with that. But yeah, anyway, you know, it's like there are going to be fumble characters. How did I get to the fumble characters talk? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, when we're doing an event like this, typically I do just ramble away anyway. All right, well, there we go. Path to Power Kid Goku. He's out of here. That's GG. Let's EZA him. We'll get into the showcase today. I still got to do the Chi-Chi showcase. I got to step it up into Hyperdrive recording today because there is going to be World Tournament starting tomorrow. So now we're going to, you know, jump into World Tournament, my favorite. Everyone's favorite, right? All right, so there we go. Path to Power, Kid Goku, EZA done. We'll get into the showcase. Again, I think he's very good. Not for Festival, but I think he should be effective in these Battle Hard and Formidable Foes stages. He should be effective in, like, the Blue Goku, Blue Vegeta, Red Zone stages. Remember, they're going to be buffing characters. Think of all those 10th anniversary missions. Youth, Other Warriors, Super Bosses, Kuroda Body and Mind. They're going to be buffing those categories, right? They're going to be giving us stacking characters for the festival battles. We know how Dokkan operates. They've done it for 10 years, right? So expect all the characters, like those missions, like festival, like they're going to drop characters to help with the difficult content. It's how they operate. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.